The war for Higara has left the galaxy in turmoil. The past 15 years have seen the birth of new possibilities and the festering of old grudges. The once dominant Taidan Empire has fractured under the strain of civil war. The new Taidani Republic tries to hold the old territories together, while forces loyal to the old emperor lurk in the new bandit kingdoms, waiting for their chance to strike back. While the Taidani struggle between past and future, the Kushan people have established themselves on Higara, building new cities, repairing the damage done by the final battle for their home world. Even a fragile peace has its politics. The Kith Council has been reestablished, and the future of Higara is now debated amongst the gathered Kithsa. Even amongst equals, there are power struggles. The mothership still orbits high above Higara. Pressed into the role of shipyard, she now builds new carriers to the specifications of each individual Kith. The need for new ships and the crews to man them is a desperate one. Military and economic pressure on the new Higarans is intense. Resources and technology are at the command of the Council. Kith, with little or no political power, have been forced to purchase technology from the Bentusi and other races. Higaran ships of exotic design now seek their fortune amongst the stars. The war for Homeworld is over now, but the galaxy remains a dangerous place.
We've got 3 unexploded warheads on this TIE cruiser. Suggest...
Hang in there, Blade 9. We'll have you locked down in a click.
Careful. Careful. That reactor is unstable.
Good work with the Kal-El frigate, Workers 5 and 7. I'm sure they'll forget to thank us later.
You got that right.
Worker 12. Did you track down those suit beacons we picked up in Sector 43?
Sorry, Command. We found the suits, but the poor dogs didn't have a chance to get their helmets on. We tagged them for the burial ships.
Attention, Higaran ships. We have thrown back the Imperial attack fleet. Higara should be safe once again. Kith Nabal would like to thank our brothers and sisters from Kith Manan, Sajet, and Kal-El for their aid in battle. Higara is in their debt, as are we.
Honored greetings, Samta Kithsa. Did you receive our data regarding the anomalous artifact?
We have. Our researchers agree. The signal and design matches nothing currently used by known galactic races. Where is the pod now?
We have brought it aboard now and are securing it in the main hangar bay. What should we do with it? We're just a mining vessel. We're not equipped to study anything like this.
We are transmitting design specs so that your manufacturing unit can construct a science module.
Excuse me, Kithsa, but would it not be easier to seek help from another Kith? We are still within hailing range of the Nabal command carrier. Surely they would have the staff to...
No, a find like this could lead to alien technology that surpasses anything used by the other Kith. Somehow needs this advantage. We have a science vessel, the Klee Sun, studying stellar phenomena in the Karuk-Tel system. They have been ordered to meet with you at these coordinates and transfer over a research team with analysis equipment. This matter must be kept within Kith Samtao. Is this clear?
Yes, Kithsa. Very clear. Kunlan out.
Samta Research Team, log report, Mark 1.2. My team is aboard the Kun Lan and are preparing for an in-depth analysis of the alien device, which was found derelict in Sector 112. We have set up our analysis equipment in the hangar bay and are attempting a full-surface scan before opening the device, which appears to be some sort of beacon or transmitter. The data transmission is in the form of a short, repeating tone, threaded with a strange data stream. Decoding it will take considerable time and processor power. In the meantime, we continue with our surface studies. Samples taken from the beacon's hull indicate an age of roughly 1 million Higaran years. Part of the beacon appears to have had some sort of organic layering at some point, but this has not been confirmed. Analysis continues.
Ship Engineers Report 1.2. With the Kleesan and their science team lost, my engineers are now analyzing the subversion entity we have codenamed the Beast. The Beast seems to infect vessels with a kind of particle beam that layers the target with techno-organic robots. Once these entities make contact with a compatible surface, they begin to absorb material and infiltrate the target structure. When they make contact with organic matter, they use the mass to form a neural control network that then takes control of the ship. Each beast cell functions like a biomechanical virus. It's capable of using and subverting living cells in much the same way that it subverts and uses non-organic technology. More studies need to be done, but we're engineers, not biologists. Analysis of the infection attack indicates that the beast particles ride the charged plasma beam and then coat the target. The charged nature of the beam allows it to jump from target to target. Infection per shot seems based on the mass of the target ships. Again, more qualified analysis is desperately needed if we're to find a counter to this beam. But we can't leave the Couchto here. The Beast could return at any time, and we're in no shape to hold them off alone.
Agreed. The Couchto still has her fusion drives, though. We should be able to hide her and ourselves in the nearby nebula. By the time we emerge from the other side, we will be beyond sensor range, and the Couchto's hyperdrive should be repaired.
And then what? What do we do about this plague we've set loose? Do we have any idea of the research module's location or its capabilities?
Unknown. The fact it sent a fleet to infect the most powerful ship in the sector means that it is not a simple viral creature. It understands our data banks and technology. Strategic projections are not looking good. It could spread over this portion of the galaxy in weeks.
Engineers Report 7.2. We have finally been able to translate the data we downloaded from the alien pod. It was launched from some kind of alien exploration vessel called the Nagarok. Telemetry data indicates the Nagarok came from outside the galaxy nearly 1 million years ago. It was using an experimental hyperspace drive of immense power. We are not clear on this next section, but the visual data seems to be showing that the alien ship picked up some sort of life form in hyperspace, the organism we know as the Beast. The alien explorers realized almost immediately the nature of the creature and its potential for destruction if it was let loose. Well, they tried to trap it aboard their own ship by destroying the engines and communications equipment. For all we know, the original Beast is still out there somewhere, trapped in the Nagarok. Unfortunately for us, the sacrifice of the alien explorers was undermined by their own skill at ship design. As the drives were scuttled, the ship activated a distress call routine that automatically ejected a beacon pod. A pod that contained a tiny portion of the Beast.
Thank you for saving us, Kunlan. We are the last relief fleet to escape from the Fornax system before its star went nova. 300,000 refugees owe you their lives.
Glad we could help. What happened to your escort?
Unknown. We received a distress call from one of our heavy cruisers that had been missing for days. Our escorts went to their aid and radioed that they had the cruiser in visual range. That was the last we heard of them. We assume that they fell victim to the same imperialist bioweapons you saved us from.
Imperial? Not as far as we know. Those missiles were the product of a new threat, a life form that can subvert both technological and biological systems.
Are you sure? Our escort was going to meet up with one of our spies who was bringing word of a new Imperial bioweapon program. It is supposed to have the same abilities as the life form you described.
Perhaps we should rendezvous with your spy while you get your people to safety.
Situation Report 8-2. From the data given to us by the Republican spy, we can assume the Tyrannic Raiders gathered samples of the beast from our initial battle site. The samples were transferred to this hidden research station. We can only hope that they have taken precautions to keep the beast material isolated. Otherwise, we will be facing a far deadlier enemy. Currently, our plan is to engage the outer sentries of the Guard Fleet while our strike team approaches from the other side of the system in the captured resources. Of course, if the beast has already subverted the base and Guard Fleet, we will have no choice but to flee. Situation Report 9.9. Our fleet is hiding in a debris field approximately 3.8 light-years from our last battle. We are hoping that the various pieces of wreckage in this field will allow us to escape detection. While we regroup, my team has been studying the data tapes we stole from the Imperial Research Base. The Imperial scientists were working on a way to take control of the beast and turn it into a living weapon system. Their experiments to control the beast by partially grafting it onto living subjects were unsuccessful. The native intelligence of the beast fragment ultimately defeats any control system. While their twisted experiments are useless to us, some of their methods of sterilizing failed experiments might be useful on a larger scale. I will pass along this data to engineering and to the Kalsto when it returns with reinforcements. The astrogation team from the Falcorum has decoded the beacon's navigation data. It originated in this area of space.
That's a very big area to search. Can they narrow it down?
It's been 1,000,000 years since the beacon was launched. Galactic drift has made it impossible to determine an exact location. We would need far more accurate star charts to take into account all gravitational factors.
There is a Tyrannic Raider base in this sector. They would have all the necessary data.
And do we simply ask them for the information?
We may have no other choice.
Situation Report 13.1. With the Raider nav personnel on board, we have been able to project the drift of the alien exploration vessel. Location data has been locked in, and we will be correcting course. We should have little trouble since the beast forces we have been fighting could not have this data yet. With the Raiders aboard, I have doubled internal security.
The situation in this quadrant of the galaxy is grim. The beast infection is spreading practically unchecked to the reaches of the old Taidani Empire. The Republican fleet is barely holding the line, and our brothers and sisters from the other kith are spread thin. For every fleet that defeats a beast incursion, another is never heard from again, and adds to the threat. The Kith Council is aware of all that you have done out here to halt this infection. Falcorum and the ships with us are all that could be spared from the fighting to aid you. They are under your command. The Republican Taidani are promising some sort of superweapon to aid in the battle, but until then, we desperately need to find a way to stop this plague.
Situation report 14.7. Interrogation of the prisoner has revealed a possible destination of the joint Beast Imperialist fleet. The Imperialists had information on a large Republican naval shipyard at the edge of this sector. They think this shipyard is secretly constructing a new prototype defense station under the codename Nomad Moon. This must be the super weapon system the Republicans were promising. There is a high probability the Beast will try and seize this new station and turn it against us. After analyzing the sample of Beast material we obtained from the Nagorok, we have adapted the main gun for maximum effect on Beast cell structure. In theory, it should cause a massive energy feedback in any Beast material. Unfortunately, we have yet to find a way around our own energy overload problems, and are unable to fire the gun more than once. Our engineers have found many systems in the gun are derived from basic Bentusi technology. We need to home in on one of their trade ship signals and ask for help with the cannon's power systems. Without this cannon fully operational, it's only a matter of time before the Beast reaches Higara.
To understand our fear, you must know our nature. We are one with our vessels, as was your Sajet persona. We are unbound. The solar winds blow across our skin. Hyperspace sings in our ears. The universe unfolds around our thoughts. The Devourer does not kill us. When it tries to take our ships, it leaves us in place, but corrupts our being. We die, but we are not dead. We would be trapped, slaves within our own bodies, eternally. We have analyzed your weapon, and it shows great promise. You are most clever for bound persons. We are transferring the data you will need to construct reinforced superconductor heat sinks. These should allow you to fire your cannon repeatedly. The Devourer has many cells, spreading infection through this sector now. You would do well to test your weapon on one of these lesser creatures. The price was heavy. Kith Sumtaw burned out the heart and mind of the Beast, but the bodies of their loved ones could never be recovered. All that remained of them was a glittering infinity of wire, mysteries, and microcircuits. For years to come, isolated pockets of the cancer would flare up to threaten the quadrant. But the new technologies born from Sumtaw's bitter campaign soon rendered Higaran ships immune to the infection. In time, the last remnants of the monster were crushed. The Beast never rose again. The miners of Kith Sumtaw sacrificed much and risked all. For their efforts, they were brought into the innermost circle of Higaran power. Nabal, Sajet, and Sabani bowed before them. And from that day to this, Sumtaw's children have been known to one and all as Beast Slayers.